Have you ever actually looked at a live map of global shipping lanes? I mean, it is just this tangled, chaotic gridlock of thousands of enormous ships, all carrying the literal lifeblood of global trade. And for the longest time, managing all that traffic has been a completely overwhelming task for human operators. Well, welcome to this explainer on the AI Maritime Revolution. And honestly, the most important part of it all, the human element. We're going to dive right into how artificial intelligence is stepping up to untangle this massive global maritime gridlock, and why, at the end of the day, the human brain is absolutely still the ultimate safety mechanism on the high seas.
So, trying to solve that massive maritime gridlock? Yeah, it is becoming huge business. By the year 2034, the AI-based vessel traffic management market is projected to hit a staggering $6.22 billion. And we aren't just talking about slapping a few smart cameras on a local dock. We are talking about a massive, top-to-bottom global overhaul of exactly how ports and coastal authorities monitor and direct ocean traffic.
All right, Section 1, the AI VTS boom, high-tech solutions on the high seas.
What we're witnessing right now is the rapid transformation of your standard conventional traffic monitoring into these absolute predictive powerhouses. To put that into perspective, the market is jumping from $2.4 billion in 2025 to $2.62 billion in 2026, and then just skyrocketing to that $6.22 billion mark by 2034. That is an extremely impressive 11.4% compound annual growth rate. And the main reason for all this spending? Rising port congestion and way denser coastal traffic. Basically, our oceans are just getting way too crowded, and authorities desperately need smarter solutions to keep things moving without, increasing the risk of major collisions.
Now, you might be wondering where exactly this whole digital transformation is happening the fastest. Well, the Asia-Pacific region is absolutely dominating the modernization of the seas right now. They're capturing a massive 35.41% of the global market share in 2025. Between their gigantic shipping hubs and this really fierce push for maritime digitalization in countries like China, Japan, and Singapore, they are really leading the charge when it comes to adopting these advanced AI-driven analytics and 5G technologies. So what exactly are these billions of dollars buying? Essentially, an entirely new ecosystem of data. Because to make an AI system smart, you've got to feed it, right? We are moving way beyond basic radio calls here. We're talking about integrating UAVs and drones, advanced radar, port Internet of Things devices, edge AI deployments that literally process data right there at the source, and some incredibly sophisticated automatic identification systems. And out of all those crazy data inputs, there is one that is growing way faster than the rest. UAVs and drones are seeing this massive 15.6% compound annual growth rate. Why? Because they can do something fixed sensors just can't: rapid, dynamic inspections. They're out there being deployed for emergency response, harbor surveillance, and, this is absolutely crucial, covering the blind spots that traditional shore-based radar simply cannot see. This completely flips the operational reality for port authorities. You see, traditional vessel traffic services, or VTS, was highly reactive. You'd watch a blip on a screen and basically react if two blips got a little too close to each other. AI-based VTS, on the other hand, is entirely predictive. By fusing all that drone, radar, and IoT data together, it actually forecasts traffic hotspots and collision risks long before they even happen. It is literally the difference between slamming on your brakes when you see a crash right in front of you versus just knowing not to take that road in the first place.
Moving on to Section 2, cyber risks and challenges, the vulnerable digital grid.
Here's the catch. When you take mission-critical port safety systems, autonomous vessel data, and traffic routing, and you plug all of it into a massive interconnected cloud, you inevitably create a highly vulnerable digital grid. The cybersecurity threat is so intense that the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore is launching a dedicated operational technology cybersecurity program in August of 2026. The whole goal is to train an entirely new generation of maritime IT professionals. Because if a port management system gets hacked, it could literally bring global supply chains to a complete grinding halt. But beyond the whole threat of hackers, there is an even more complex challenge sitting right there inside the control room. What happens when the AI tells a human operator to do something that just feels wrong? Dealing with this requires a really hard pivot away from the mathematical perfection of machine learning and straight into the messy, complicated reality of human psychology, intuition, and decision-making. Which brings us to Section 3, the human element, minds over machines.
The reality is, despite spending billions of dollars on this tech, it is all completely useless if it isn't designed for the human brain. Take the industry jargon, situational awareness. It's a fancy term, but it isn't just about seeing a ship on a computer screen. It is about actively perceiving the elements, comprehending their context, and accurately projecting what is going to happen in the near future. AI is great at providing the raw data, for sure, but stitching all that data into true situational awareness, that is still a deeply human superpower.
And when that cognitive process breaks down, that is when we get human error. Look, an AI algorithm doesn't need a coffee break, and it certainly doesn't get stressed out by a crowded waterway. But human operators absolutely do. If an AI system starts flooding an operator with way too many alerts, which is a very real phenomenon known as alarm fatigue, it can seriously spike their workload. That degrades their situational awareness and can actually cause the exact accidents the AI was supposed to be preventing in the first place. The maritime industry takes this dynamic incredibly seriously. In fact, institutions like the Greenwich School of Business and Finance have established specific postgraduate guidelines on human factors in VTS. The industry totally gets that you actually have to formally train these operators on how to manage their own cognitive workload while they're interacting with all this advanced technology. Okay, Section 4, when tech meets humans, designing the interface. So how do we actually get flesh and blood operators and AI to work together seamlessly? It requires a really well-designed collaborative human-computer interaction loop. First, the AI does the heavy lifting. It gathers and fuses all that data from the drones and the radar. Next, it gives the operator a predictive alert. But crucially, the system does not act on its own. The human operator relies on their training and their experience to actually make the final decision. The AI supports, it does not replace. But obviously, you can't just drop an operator into a live, busy port and cross your fingers that they trust the algorithm. That is where training simulators become absolutely critical. These computer-based environments perfectly replicate operational settings and provide super realistic, high-risk scenarios. They basically teach operators how to interpret these AI alerts, when it's safe to trust the machine, and when they need to verify the data using their own judgment, and they do it all in a completely risk-free setting. Finally, Section 5, the future of ports, finding the balance. So what does this all mean for the future of global trade? Well, right now, the technology is completely outpacing the law. When AI and humans are actively collaborating to route massive multi-million-dollar ships, who is ultimately responsible? If an AI system fails to predict a collision, or say a human overrides a totally correct alert and it results in a crash, who holds the liability? The International Maritime Organization is actively grappling with these massive, unresolved regulatory challenges right as we speak. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. As billions of dollars are poured into AI to efficiently route the entire global supply chain, we really have to ask ourselves, are we thoughtfully designing systems that empower human intuition and situational awareness? Or, by slowly automating every single little decision, are we actually designing systems destined to eventually replace the human element entirely? It is a very delicate balance of power out there on the high seas, and exactly how we answer that question is going to define the future of global trade.